Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Medway Park Leisure Centre in Gillingham, Kent for the final UKPW show of 2019, UKPW Showcase, and my God, what a show today was, Ross.
Absolutely. This is one of my favourite shows to call.
I actually think it surpasses every show we've ever done. We all started off with a technical masterclass. Yes, we're just as we was about to talk about your match, Dazzling Daryl Allen versus Wonder Kid Johnny Storm at technical masterclass. Any thoughts on your match? What a fantastic match it was. Just come up just a little bit short in the end.
I went for a high flying move, high risk manoeuvre, which I haven't done for a while, the springboard clothesline, and because I haven't done it for a while, I got caught with the Wonder Whirl. And as you know, when you get hit with the Wonder Whirl, that's it. You know that. As
I've just been saying, this is the final show of 2019 UKPW. What does 2020 have in store for Daryl Allen?
Need more Daryl Allen. I walked to the dates man.
How was that be?
I need to talk to the dates man, get some dates in, and I see there's a new champion.
Dow Jones, Daryl Allen. Oh, that's got a bit of a ring to it.
It does.
Fantastic. Well, brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us, Daryl Allen. We'll see you next year. Absolutely. Take care. Thank you very much. Only on the network. Brilliant. As we was just saying, a tremendous technical masterclass between Johnny Kid Wonder Storm, Wonder Kid Johnny Storm. I do apologise. I'm still caught up with emotion from the main event. But yeah, we had our second match of the day. Maverick Mayhew against the debuting
Smashing Mike. Yeah.
Smashing Mike. I actually thought about Smashing Mike maybe underestimating Maverick Mayhew a little bit.
Massively, I think.
But as the match went on, it almost seemed as the other way round, that Maverick Mayhew was underestimating Mike. And I'll tell you what, a bit of controversy, and I know you were saying you didn't see it. I think the managing officer of UKPW, James Earls, saw it. It looked like there was a legitimate 3 count that CJ Gunner didn't get, which would have given Smashing Mike the victory, but it didn't happen, and Maverick Mayhew came out victorious.
Well, if that is the case, then there is an argument to say that we could see a rematch between these two men.
Well, I would not begrudge a rematch. I would love to see a rematch between the two. And then we saw, just before our interval, the UKPW Inter-Regional Championship on the line in a scramble match. Champion Kieran Corrupt defending against Buff Broadside, Danny Sabbath. And, I actually thought Fentos looked like he was actually going to win the match. He was the interim champion. He tried so many times to duck and hide. It was working for the long part. It looked like he was going to win. And then, out of nowhere, Danny Sabbath just came along. Looked like just with seconds to go, he was going to become champion. And then Buff Broadside, out of nowhere, stealing the victory, making the run for it when there was no time left. And Buff Broadside is the brand new inter-regional champion.
This was an absolute war. I mean, we saw some crazy spots here. We saw all 4 men fly to the outside, including Buff Broadside, which is a sight to behold.
Speaking of which, Buff Broadside, he launched Kieran Corrupt in the gorilla press, launched him over the top rope, taking out the other 2 competitors at ringside just in front of us. But Buff Broadside's incredible return since coming back from retirement is going very, very positive for him, and we congratulate the new champion. Now, after the interval, triple threat tag team elimination match. The Business who won the tag titles here at the last show here in Medway Park, Gillingham, defending against the team of Muscles Mansfield and the new last true superstar, Stuart Shepherd, who we knew as Mountain Stew. We know from the last show what happened now, and also against Manelli Mania, Steve Manelli and his son Sid Manelli. It was Mansfield and Shepherd who were eliminated first, and it just literally out of nowhere, the Business captured the win to retain the titles.
Yeah, we literally, it was that quick that there was no time to actually time to breathe, basically.
I do believe, though, with what we saw, maybe when 2020 kicks off, and that maybe we will see a match between Manelli Mania for the tag titles against Business. I personally would love to see that match. We'll see what happens when what James Earls has to say about that. But in any event, we go on to our main event, the one we've all been waiting for, over a year in the making. Dow Jones challenging for the UKPW championship of the world in a title versus title match, last man standing, and it was everything we thought it would be, and it even exceeded expectations, Ross.
This was an absolute war, and this is one of my favourite matches that I've seen in all my time in UKPW.
As I said, Alexander Roth has been one of the greatest champions we've ever seen, the longest reigning UKPW champion of all time. We saw it looked like it was Dale Jones was going to have the advantage with Fentos at ringside. Alexander Roth was like, no, I'm going to bring out my longtime friend Kieran Corrupt. Came to ringside. Fentos ended up at the back. And then, Martin Raymondson was called out as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and much to the disgust of Dale Jones.
Fentos and Raymondson ending up out the back as Kieran Corrupt was at ringside throughout the majority of the match. It was pure carnage. Weapons left, right, set, kendo sticks, ladders, chairs, even in the table.
Fire extinguishers.
Yeah, it was absolute pandemonium. And before we get to the result, I take my hat off to both guys. What a main event that really was. It was a very personal showdown between the two, and it exceeded all expectations. And I want to thank both guys for putting everything out there in that ring today and entertaining us. It was an absolute honour and a privilege to not only witness that match but to call it. I'm going to be very humble here because both men, as you see, we see these guys every show and what they give to the fans and everyone else is associated with UKPW, and it was just absolutely off the chain. It was phenomenal. But yeah, as we go to the ending of the match, Kieran Corrupt, CJ Gunner, the match official with the kill switch, Roth looked a bit confused, had a few words with Kieran Corrupt. Kieran Corrupt nailing his longtime friend, putting him down and then putting him through a table, which is it, yeah, and then smiling about it as he left. It was a long time coming. I've been saying that about Kieran Corrupt being kind of like the mighty Jannetty of the hit set. He's proven without shadow of a doubt that he's definitely his own man and he's on nobody's shadow. I cannot wait to see what 2020 has in store for Kieran Corrupt and what revenge Alexander Roth's going to want against his former friend. But yeah, through the table, Dale Jones got to his feet, didn't know what the hell was going on.
Absolutely.
Martin Raymondson was back at ringside with Fentos. He was the only other match official in the building. Had to make the count to 10. New champion, Dale Jones.
And I'll just say this, and I'll look at the camera when I'm saying this. Kieran Corrupt, you've got a lot of questions to ask in 2019.
Yeah, and I'm sure he will at some point when he feels like it. There's a lot to take in after today, I have to say. But Dale Jones, I'm very, very proud of Dale Jones, very pleased. His career's come full circle. Dale Jones has achieved everything there is to achieve in UKPW, and 2020, he's got a big target on his back now, massive target on his back now. It'll be interesting to see what 2020 has in store for him. A lot of questions that need to be answered, as you said, Ross, but if 2020 is anything like how 2019 has gone, I can't wait to be a part of it.
I can't wait to get started again.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. From us here, it's the end of UKPW in 2019. We wish you safe travels wherever you're doing. Stay safe this holiday period, and now we'll see you in the new year. Thank you.
Thank you.